We've been talking in the past couple videos about ways to customize plots that you create in R. And here we'll look at one more customization option, printing multiple plots to a single page. As with most things in R, there are several ways to do this. But since we've been primarily focused in this set of videos on base R approaches, we'll look here at mfrow and mfcol. These are two of those graphical parameters that can be accessed with the par function, which we've looked at before. Here, we see that each of these are set by default as a vector of two numbers, specifically two ones. Remember that in R, when we're working with two-dimensional objects with rows and columns, things like matrices or data frames, we can index or refer to portions of those objects by specifying the row and column combinations we want with the structure rows, columns. And you can think about the two values specifying the mfrow and mfcol parameters in the same way. mfrow and mfcol allow you to add plots to a page in a grid fashion consisting of rows and columns. In the default settings, the page is broken up into just one row and one column, resulting in just one plot per page. I can generate a small data set here by sampling 10 values from a normal distribution with mean 0 and standard deviation 1, and plot a basic histogram for the 10 values. As we'd expect, the histogram takes up the entire plotting area. Now let's set mfrow to the vector 1, 2, which will give us one row and two columns. If I now rerun the plot command, I see the same histogram, but this time it's only taking up half of the available plot area. I'll generate another set of data. Last time I sampled 10 times, this time I'll take 50 samples. And I'll plot another histogram for this new data set. Notice it appears to the right of the previous plot, in that second column we created by setting mfrow to one row and two columns. Of course, we can extend this farther. Let's try putting 6 plots on one page. I'll go ahead and create 4 more data sets, each one with a larger sample size from the same distribution. Now that I have the 6 data sets, I'll set mfrow to the vector 2, 3, which should give us 2 rows, each with 3 columns. I run the histogram function separately for each of the 6 data sets, and we see the plots fill in the 6 spaces one at a time. We could flip this and set mfrow to 3, 2, giving us 3 rows and 2 columns. Running the plot commands again, we see the same 6 plots, just arranged differently on the page. Now, you might notice that we've only been working with mfrow so far. The difference in mfrow and mfcol is the direction in which the plots are added to the gridded plot area. In the last 2 mfrow examples, regardless of whether we set it for 2 rows and 3 columns or 3 rows and 2 columns, the plots were added in a row-wise manner, filling the first row first, then moving to the second row, and so on. mfcol does the opposite. It fills by column, so the first column is filled first, then the second column, and continuing with that pattern until all the spots are filled. Of course, once you're finished adding your plots to the page, you can always set mfrow or mfcol back to 1, 1 to get back to the original default setting. Like I said at the beginning of this video, there are other ways to achieve printing multiple plots per page in R. And we'll see at least one other one when we look at ggplot approaches to plotting in future videos. But mfrow and mfcol themselves offer a good option for arranging multiple plots on a single page in the pattern that you want. In the next video, we'll look at some aspects of exporting and saving the plots that you create in R.